Hiya, so we're back now today to do the banding. Now what I thought I'd do, I don't know how bright it is, it's a really dull day today up here in Yorkshire, and very grey, not much light at all. What I thought I'd try and do is accentuate some of this blue. So I'm guessing you could, that's like a thick part of an acrylic marker pen, kind of do that. Not really sure about that bit. Wipe it off. I'm going to go to the finer part. Just think finer lines might look a bit more inapt and detailed. So it kind of goes blue. I ought to put my glasses on, shouldn't I? That might help. Right, kind of blue around there, isn't it? Probably going to fill that little bit in. That looks like clear glass there, like that. I really like the contrast of the blue actually. Bit round here. Sorry if I'm mumbling to myself. Bit round there. It's like an indentation there a little bit. Should have a wipe handy, but I haven't. So I thought I'd use blue, silver, gold, and do some white possibly. That's quite a thick white though, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to do with that. Maybe there. Some round here. Although I was thinking possibly black somewhere as well. Do we need any more? No, I don't think we don't want to overdo it with blue. I thought I would actually do silver around here, so I want the thicker edge. So around the crushed glass there. Not showing up very well, is it? And they do kind of meet in the middle, which is a bit tricky. So you might want to go along the banding edges quite 2 or 3 times, just to accentuate the lines of any cut glass or anything. Now that, I don't like that there very much because it's taken from the gold. Might look a bit better sort of around here. Well, there's some places you probably don't want it too thick. I mean, it's down to personal choice, a lot of this really. So the banding is just making the simple lines that you think that would be in a natural place in a geode. And I do think that accentuates that a bit. And we will, of course, be sealing it in with another layer of resin. A bit thick there. Oh, should have had a wipe. Going to very quickly grab a wipe. Just take some of that off there. So I've got the main bit of silver in there that I wanted to get around the crushed glass there. I think a finer point of silver, just to sort of go possibly around here. kind of dips here where there's not as much resin in little parts, but when you go over it with the last coat of resin, then that will fill that in anyway, and it'll self-level it out. Actually, that's where I thought about putting the black, so I'm not really sure if I want to put much silver there. Possibly around here might be better. I want to go and do the black thing first before I do any more silver, because I know that's just round here, around the middle. I mean, these are kind of down to your perspective and where you think the natural lines might flow. There's no right or wrong to this bit. It's where you imagine they'd be. I don't want to do too much black lines to accentuate that. Although I do think that's quite effective looking at it now, but I don't think it looks as good with the faded black. It's more, I think it looks better near the actual darker areas of black. And then I've just crossed that, haven't I? There we go. Along there maybe. There's no secret science to this, it's just wherever you think it might go. I don't know if I should have probably gone round there. That has kind of defined that a little bit. I think I'm liking the chunkier, accentuated lines. That's where my hand was resting, so it's probably rubbed off on my hand a little bit. Just going over it again now. Yeah, I think that's probably enough for the, oh no, maybe just on the inside of there for the black. It is easier to work from the inside out, and then you're not resting your hand on the bit that you've already done. I mean, I never learned from that. We had a family wedding yesterday, and so yeah, most of us aren't that great today. Also, it's better if you can just do it in flow, because if you keep starting and stopping, you'll see like little edges in your work that just didn't seem to flow very well. Little spikes in the banding. So you want to try and make it round all in one go. See, there's one there. messy. Not in the best of minds after the wedding today for this, but we will crack on. I mean, banding is pretty easy. You just, where you imagine the lines, that's where you put them. There's no right or wrong, as I said. So I think that looks more effective than it did without. Not really liking that bit there. Making it a bit thicker. I tried to get a little bit of a swell, but I don't know if that's working there really. Yeah, and I like that for the black. I think possibly done enough blue, but maybe just a slight bit here, possibly. Not the thick side. There we go with the thin. Tie a little bit of that blue that we had in there together. Hopefully it's making it pop and defining it. I do really like the fine markers. I mean, there's a place for the larger end of the markers, but I think with a lot of this, especially this size, possibly want a fine point on your marker. Although around this edge may have benefited from a thicker one. Like I said, it's a bit tricky in this middle bit. Do you put silver, do you put gold, as they sort of blend into each other. I am going to use the thicker side of the marker pen just there, I think. Although I don't know, I think that probably detracts. Do the white next, I think. You can't see it very much on there, but I'm sure when the light reflects a bit more, it is a dull day. It'll be visible a little bit, possibly. I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but I can see it slightly in places thicker in others. This is grease-proof paper, by the way. I think this might be running out as well, which isn't very helpful. It's a lot thicker there now. Right, I don't think I want to do too much more maybe with the white. I think I'll leave it, I don't want to overdo it really. Probably just a bit more silver in places. Again, wrong end. I don't know if I want to do too much more actually. I think it's possibly okay how it is. I'm going to rub that a little bit out there. Although I don't know. It is down to personal choice. No, I don't know. Maybe. I think I'll leave it at that. I don't want to overdo it. So that's my banding for this piece. I'm not sure. Like I say, down to personal choice. I don't know. I think there's quite a fine line between not enough and too much sometimes. Might just go over this black bit here. I do quite like that black. Just making it a little thicker along that edge. I don't know what you guys think. Really would like to see some of your guys' work. So if you do a project like this, maybe upload a picture in the comments. I'm sure it'd be wonderful and we'd all love to see it. So I'm going to leave this piece like it is now and just put a top coat of resin over that. And I'll call that done. So thank you for watching. See you again soon.